Right, let's get more reaction on that Equality Court ruling over the use of the apartheid flag. We cross to our reporter Hasina Gory. Very good afternoon to you, Hasina. Talk to us about the reaction and what happened in court just now.
Yes, as you heard, the very detailed judgment by Deputy Judge Phineas Majopela describing how the use of or the display of the apartheid flag was constituted as a hate speech, unfair discrimination, as well as harassment on the basis of racism. He basically said that those that displayed these apartheid flags did so knowingly and consciously, that it evokes a lot of emotions in many South Africans, reminding them of the years that they lived through apartheid. We heard a reaction coming out from both the Nelson Mandela Foundation, which is the party that brought the matter to court and wanted that order, which was granted today, as well as from AfriForum, who opposed it. They said that they don't have any vested interest in displaying the apartheid flag. They don't, condone the use or the display of the flag. But what they felt was it didn't constitute hate speech, or there was not enough evidence to show that it constituted hate speech. They said that they will be looking into the judgment more thoroughly, but they did not agree with the judgment that in their preliminary reading of it. But with me to speak more on reaction and understanding of how they feel right now is the Nelson Mandela Foundation CEO, Sello Hatang. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Quite a victory for the foundation this morning, hearing that your order has been granted. How is the foundation feeling? Let's start there.
I think we are elated. But we will be even more pleased if we did what the judge pleaded that we do with AfriForum and the other parties that were involved. That all of us must then work together to try build a country that Madiba dreamed of. Today would have been Mr. Ahmed Kathrada's 90th birthday. In his honor, I urge the likes of AfriForum to say, this is a person who was against racism. His moral fiber, political being was about being against racism. And I think in his honor, we should then say, on your 90th birthday, Mr. K, we are here again, elated that South Africa of your dreams is being built.
For those that might not feel that it evokes any emotion or doesn't see the harm in the apartheid flag being displayed, can you explain in your own experience what kind of emotions the flag evokes for you?
You know, one of the things that we stated in our affidavit was that the day it was displayed during Black Monday, the reports that came out that it had been displayed, we were on Robben Island, taking leadership of the DA to Robben Island. And isn't it fascinating that we're talking about pain that was caused by apartheid? And there are people who are ignorant of that pain, or if not ignorant, they're intentionally causing pain. And for me, it evokes emotions of when I was 10 years old, when I was a child, just a 10-year-old who was then called the K word. And my mother and my brother had to explain what that meant. And today, when you see that flag, you don't even have to think twice about it. It then takes you back there. But for the young people who don't actually understand what's going on about this, the judgment went into detail about why this flag was enacted back in 1928. It was to unite the white South Africans, being the English and the Afrikaners. It had nothing to do with black people. And in fact, it was meant to exclude black people. So why still continue to exclude us when we are trying to build a country that then sees us as part of the same country? And I think if we are to celebrate anything, is to say, let's go back to what the judge said and work together.
Mm-hmm. Judge Majopela was quite clear in saying that this is not a banning order. So explain for those that might not understand, when can you display the flag if you want to, and where?
You know, the judge was very clear. He said the foundation was specific in its plea, that we didn't say that there should be a blanket ban. He said that what it means is that you cannot gratuitously display it. In other words, you can use it for artistic purposes. You can use it if there's a drama at school to then bring out what it meant to be working under this. But you can use it in terms of movies, also for academic purposes. But to then display it in a place where it causes displeasure, it causes harm to those who actually see it, you then are running the risk of what the judge said. It is not to imprison you, but to then come out with other methods. It's not for the police, and I want to clarify it for AfriForum. They clearly didn't hear that from the judge. It's not for the police to deal with these things. It's for us to then say there's a fine that will then be passed on you, or that there will be community service, that you must then be conscientized about why racism hurts, why this flag continues to cause hurt, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Thank you so much. That was the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Foundation, Sello Hatang, speaking to us outside the High Court after the Equality Court handed down judgment this morning on the use and the gratuitous display of the apartheid flag, telling us how elated they are with the judgment coming out today on Ahmed Kathrada's 90th birthday, as well as saying that he would be even more happy or more elated if they went with some of the recourse that the judge mentioned, and building together with other parties such as AfriForum for a better South Africa and a better understanding.
Hasina Gory, thanks for that update and that interview. It's time for